Hi everybody, welcome back. As you all know probably, the new patch is out before Rise of Iron, and snipers. Well, they're not the same. These are some old clips that you have probably seen repeatedly now. Sorry about that. This is a mainly discussion video, so it's not meant for anything else other than talk about the changes to snipers, what's happening, and a little bit of how they're gonna work from now on and their purpose in the game. Their purpose hasn't changed that much, but the archetypes and how those work, those have changed dramatically in my opinion. So the first thing about sniping that I'm gonna address in this video is the aim assist for the longbow and LDR. Longbow and LDR have been the go-to guns for many people in Destiny because of their high aim assist, the quality god rolls you can achieve on them, and other things. Mainly because of those god rolls and the high aim assist, because high aim assist means you don't have to put as much effort into acquiring your target. Acquiring your target becomes a lot easier. And the perks, if you can get quick draw, Eye of the Storm, or something like that, plus, let's say, Hidden Hand. Let's add some more aim assists to the equation. That is what some people consider a god roll. Now, acquiring that roll in particular on a LDR or longbow would be deadly in comparison to getting it on something like a 1,000-yard stare, which had a lot of aim assists as well, but it was outclassed by those two guns, even though they were in the same archetype. Now, I get it, some weapons can be different, and that's how the game works. All weapons are going to be different to some degree, but the dramatic difference between the two was ridiculous. So Bungie's changed that. It made sense. I was completely fine with that. Doesn't help the fact that I never had one, but I know some friends who are extremely frustrated about this. It's not necessarily that you're a bad sniper. You're missing a part of you're missing a good part of skill that's required for target acquisition, and if you need that handicap, well, you're just going to have to adjust to be able to do something without that handicap. One of my favorite snipers is the Aphrodite Spear. Back in year 1, that thing had the lowest aim assist out of all the guns, and I trained myself to get headshots on it, and this was back when the final round was a thing. So, point is, you need to adapt to the current situation that we're now in. Snipers have changed, and the main change here that we're going to talk about probably for the rest of the video, along with some other weapons and how that really affects the sniper community, is the damage on the moderate rate of fire, moderate damage archetype, which the 1,000-yard longbow and LDR find themselves in. And that is the reduced damage, and then the high armor enemy or guardians that you'll face in the Crucible, and how you can't one-shot kill a super anymore. Alright, so the damage fall off. Snipers had damage reduction by 6.95, 6.94%. This damage reduction makes it so people cannot use the middle archetype sniper rifle to one-shot a high armor target who's in super at the moment of that engagement. Now, this is because the damage reduction, the original damage done to a guardian while they were in a super, and you headshot them with a sniper rifle of like the LDR and longbow archetype, was around 208 damage. Now, with this damage reduction, that damage goes down to 194 or 195 roughly, depending on how Destiny's going to round out that and how it's going to show it in game. Do I find this to be a particularly pressing issue? Yes and no. Basically, sniping a super can be either very easy or it can be very hard, depending on what super you're facing. For example, a golden gun. Or, yeah, let's stick with the golden gun example. They have the movement speed of a normal guardian, They move the same way. They're not going to be, in my opinion, particularly hard to snipe. They are like any normal enemy, but at that time they just have a one-shot weapon that can kill you like from sniper distance. But in terms of acquiring them in their position, it's the exact same as for another Guardian. Now, on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, if Gunslinger is the easiest super to snipe, let's walk all the way over to the Stormcaller for the Warlocks. Now, I believe you can survive with this patch. I believe with the Gunslinger you can now survive a headshot with the Sniper as well. So I think all classes, all subclasses can do that. So Stormcaller can as well. But with the Golden Gun, which has limited movement, and it is a roaming super, not denying that, but in comparison to Stormcaller, which can traverse pretty much, if you get killed by a landfall by a Warlock using Stormcaller, there is a chance that when you respawn, they will be reaching the end of their super, and they will see you and kill you again. Now that's a whole nother issue with the Stormcaller subclass. I think the super should be shortened. Anyways, the movement speed on the Stormcaller is ridiculous. If they're able to traverse the map and do that, it's ridiculous. So taking in that movement speed and comparing it to the Gunslinger, in terms of sniping, you can't wait. You can't pre-plan a corner typically the same way you would with a person walking or sprinting, because the Stormcallers, one, they're floating, so their head is a bit jolted forward from their body, and okay, they're freaking floating. They're moving faster. It's not a typical sniping situation, and personally when I try sniping Stormcallers, I find I can't lock onto their heads all that well because they're moving side to side, and it's a good tactic. They're in third person, so they may also not even know they're doing it because they're moving their thumbstick a little bit. But it is fairly difficult to kill them with a sniper, especially if they're using Ionic Blink. And then we have the Gunslinger. And I'm using the Gunslinger as my, not really necessarily my scapegoat to alleviate all these things, saying, oh, everything should be like the Gunslinger, super should be easy to snipe. They're not easy. They're not easy to snipe at all. There's levels of difficulty with each super and which ones you can snipe. Gunslinger being at the bottom, Stormcaller being at the top. Now, this damage reduction, it makes it so anyone can survive it, unless they're using a high-impact, low-aim assist gun, like the Aphrodite Spear. Now, someone who has trained with that gun, I don't think will have any problem with this patch. They will probably be like, praise the Lord, I'm going to shine, I am a sniper god now. Now, the other thing about that is flinch. So, say someone's coming at you with a super, and you're about to snipe them, one of their teammates using a Might and Multi-Tool, using a Boolean Gem Knife, or because of this patch, using an auto rifle, is going to destroy you if even one bullet lands. With an auto rifle, if 3 bullets land, you should back off that engagement immediately. As soon as you start taking damage, you run. With the flinch system now with snipers, they've increased the aim deflection, or flinch as it's most commonly known, from 30% to 50%. And then for every bullet that connects with you and damages you, it raises it up continuously until it reaches 100% deflection. Now, this was addressing the whole primary situation where you could do everything you could. You could do everything you could possibly do. You were using your primary, you were landing your shots, and they still pull off a headshot with one pull of the trigger. Now, a lot of people find that frustrating, and I get it, because I've had it happen to me, but I've also done it to people. Some people find it difficult to do it to others. I find it not necessarily easy, but not really difficult either. So I can understand the skill gap that's needed to be made here. If you're going to be sniping, you need to be quick about it. It's not really... They've changed it up. You can't... You're either going to hard scope, or you're going to quick scope. And if you hard scope, you have to have a fast reaction time to be able to take them as soon as they cross the corner. Quick scoping, yeah, it's going to be quick scoping. You are not going to be able to see your target very much. Anything of the in-between, where you are quick scoping and staying in your scope, trying to like wait for them around the corner and you're moving, it's not going to be effective, because as soon as they pop around that corner, if you're not going to pull off that headshot, and they have an auto rifle, okay, you get out, you switch to your primary, you throw a grenade, you do whatever you can to help you get out of that situation and reset the scenario. Basically, with this patch, supers got buffed. Auto rifles are gonna not necessarily be king of the crucible, but they'll be kings against snipers. But in the end of the day, I don't think it'll be overly bad. It's still a new patch, we haven't really seen much. Personally, I've only played a couple games. I find it hasn't been too much of a change, but it is noticeable. But we're just gonna have to deal with it. It is what it is now. Bungie might see something that I've pointed out here. I'm a low viewer, low subscriber channel. They're not gonna see my content, but other people who post on the forums, who big producers like True Vanguard. He made a video recently, and it was great. It explains a lot of things I pointed out. If you want to go check out his video, he's more popular, you may like him. Go check him out, and he may explain it a lot shorter, more concisely than I did in this video. But anyways, sniping. It's going to continue on. It's going to be one of my main things to do still. I'm not going to change my playstyle because of this patch. Hand cannons, my other favorite weapon, they're relatively left unchanged. So I'm fine with that. The sniping, it is what it is. And like I said earlier in this video, I will adjust. I will adapt. Hopefully you can too. And hopefully you can keep doing what you enjoy, which is sniping. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. If you've made it this far and you like this kind of content, please like it. If you are unsubscribed, please subscribe. I will be bringing content every single Sunday at the best of my ability. Whether it's on something new Bungie did, like with this patch, or if I want to pull out like a montage of my latest sniping clips. Some people like that. And I noticed pretty recently the quick sniping tips video I made has been getting a lot of attention lately from quite a few people. If you guys want, I will make more content like that and focusing on gun skill, what you can do to improve, how I could improve, what I notice in my gameplay, what I could do, and what possibly you could do. Land those shots, get those kills, do whatever. I will make more content, and I will address those. Just please like and subscribe and tell me that that's what you want. Alright? Alright, see you guys.